Well, good morning, everybody. I am out and about here trying to get a little bit more practice in preparation for our upcoming PCT hike. And I realize it's been a while since we had put out any kind of update on where that stood. I think the last update we gave was perhaps back in the September-October timeframe, where we were getting ready to go into the permitting process. So bottom line, I'm happy to say that we were able to get a permit for a start date in early March, which actually is next week. And overall process went pretty well. We didn't get exactly what we were looking for in the first round in November, but we were able to move that up a little bit in the January timeframe. And so again, bottom line is we are pretty well set as it relates to that. No Filter and myself and Mr. Freeze will be starting again early March. Mr. Freeze will be with us for a couple of months, and then he'll need to get off probably right about Kennedy Meadows South. And then No Filter and I will continue on. Now, I think everybody's aware of all the heavy snow conditions that are happening out in California. Again, they're expecting this to be a record year for snowfall. And so as a result of that, we're doing a lot in trying to adjust our gear, things like making a decision to bring our microspikes from the very beginning of the trail versus waiting till we were further up the trail in Idlewild. Just again, based on the fact that Southern California mountains are getting a lot of snow, we decided to go ahead and do that. Also looking at some changes as it relates to apparel and what kind of clothes we have to make sure that we can stay warm through the desert section. Again, we're first 700 miles are what they refer to as a desert, although it's going to be, again, some snow and colder weather, which actually is going to work out pretty well for us. I know in looking at the weather for the first couple of weeks, I think it's going to be in the mid-50s and maybe lows down into upper 20s and 30s, which again ultimately is pretty good weather for us to start out in. And then we're just going to have to see how it goes as we get closer to Kennedy Meadows South in the Sierras as to what we do, whether we move forward through it or we skip around it or we take a little bit of time off the trail to let the snow settle in. Again, we're at the age where we're going to be real careful, and as my wife likes to say, make good choices. So we're going to be trying hard to make sure that we do that as we go forward. So anyways, we will start posting some videos like we did when we hiked the AT a couple years ago. Hoping to be able to get some things out at least once a week. My lovely wife is going to be doing the editing on it. So it'll come down to what point can we get the video files and stuff uploaded. So we'll see how that goes, but we're looking forward to it. Excited about finally getting on the trail. I'm at that point of just overthinking everything from a gear standpoint and logistics and all that. But we've been pretty busy here just getting the last of that together, resupply boxes. We are going to be sending a few of those up the trail. And anyways, we'll talk more about that as we go along. But again, just want to give everybody a quick update and stay tuned here in the next week for the beginning of our hike. Take care, y'all.